Acts of police heroism often make the evening newscasts, and rightly so, but unfortunately, acts of kindness by police don't often make the news.
A Campbell County man posted a story on Facebook about a local police officer who showed generosity to a 10-year-old.
Well, he then called WATE 6 on Your Side consumer reporter Don Dare, hoping he could tell the story.
Well, Lori, the police officer really made an impression on that boy. As many of you know, police officers normally get their spark to go into law enforcement at an early age, usually from the presence of a uniformed law enforcement officer who provided a positive first impression. That may be the case for a shy fourth grader who was shown generosity by a patrolman with a keen eye who happened to stop by a city park. 10-year-old Gabe Burrows is fairly new at skateboarding, but he really enjoys it. Earlier this month, family friend Joshua Hicks brought Gabe to the skate park in LaFollette, where Joshua noticed a police officer who had pulled up in his car.
And I just walked over and just socializing with him, and Gabe walked over and we all talked.
When I pulled up, Mr. Hicks walked over, asked if they were okay to be here. I said, yeah, I'm just watching you skateboard. So we started talking a little bit. Then Gabe, the young man, came over and we was talking about school. We kept talking a little bit, and I'd noticed when he was skateboarding that his board was a little wore out.
And he had asked me, was I going to be here for a little bit? And I said, sure. And he said, well, I'll see y'all when I stop back through.
What neither Joshua nor Gabe knew at the time is that Officer Mahar carries in the trunk of his cruiser an assortment of toys for children. He calls it his toy box. They're handed out when there is either a crisis or he just wants to make a kid happy. So with this toy box, you're really out there making a difference to young kids.
I hope so. I hope so. I think so. I mean, usually when I leave, even if it's a bad note for the parents, they're usually thanking me just for being nice and making their child comfortable.
Remember, Officer Mahar told Joshua he would return to the skate park? But by the time he got back, Joshua and Gabe were on their way home. What they did not know was that Anthony Mahar had gone to the Walmart to buy a new skateboard.
And as I'm going through town, I noticed a cop do a U-turn. Well, he got in behind me and blue lighted me, and what did I do? I wasn't speeding.
Luckily, I recognized the vehicle and remembered the tag as I was leaving out, and I passed him. So I turned around on him, made a stop, and presented Gabe with a new skateboard.
I looked through my rearview mirror and I noticed it was Officer Anthony. And he gets out and goes around his car and pulls out a new skateboard.
The new board cost $16, but the real value is the officer's kindness.
It's a blessing to have somebody like him in this field, in the community.
What do you think of what Officer Mahar did?
I think there's still some good cops out there, and I think he's a very good person.
And more than 600 people agree. That's how many have shared Joshua's Facebook post about Officer Mahar.
This is a zombie. Did I do good with the zombie?
Yes.
Now, several times a week, Gabe is at the LaFollette Park enjoying his new and safer skateboard.
They need more officers like him showing that kind of love.
That's for sure. Now, the police department in LaFollette is dedicated to community policing, that is, being proactive in developing relationships with people they serve. While they patrol the same neighborhoods every day, officers interact with residents face-to-face, which eventually leads to trusting relationship. Exactly what Officer Mahar established with young Gabe Burrows. Bo.
Don, thank you, and thank you to Officer Mahar as well. Hey, if you have a consumer question for Don, send him an email, ddare@wat.com. You can also call a 6 on Your Side hotline number at 865-633-5974.